During GD in San Francisco today, the team behind New York-based nonprofit Games for Change announced they have partnered with Quake Capital and IX Investments to launch the Games for Change Accelerator. It's a program to help support devs who are making games or other projects, including Accelerator projects, dedicated to measurable social impact goals. And every year 2 groups of applicants will be invited to Quake's New York offices to spend 5 months working on their projects with funding and other forms of support. Over the past 15 years, Games for Change has helped develop the community of practice and the belief that games can be a driver of social impact, stated G4C President Suzanne Pollock in a press release. Through our partnership with IX and Quake, we are thrilled to finally be able to play a role advancing the sector into a sustainable industry. Curious devs can apply to be part of the Accelerator's inaugural cohort, now through May 31st, and after the first round of participants is selected this summer, the program will kick off in September. While the specifics of what support devs will get are still vague, Games for Change has promised to offer initial funding, expert advice and networking, help with marketing, and more. Funcom released the financial report for its 4th quarter earlier today, saying that it was the most profitable year in the company's history. According to the report, revenues for the 4th quarter increased by 166% versus the same period last year, and that revenues for 2018 increased by 46% to $33,776 compared to 2017. Cash flow from operating activities for the quarter increased by 41% as well. CEO Rudy Kasei attributes the growth to successful launches of Conan Exiles and Mutant Year Zero on to Eden, which he says established Funcom as a reputable publisher of third-party games. In addition to releasing its financials, Funcom also announced that it had entered an exclusive partnership with YTHLEGANDAOY Entertainment to create games based on the United Nations intellectual property, as detailed in a separate statement. Funcom says that the legendary partnership is a 6-year deal for a minimum of 3D United Nations games on PS and consoles. One of them will supposedly be an open-world multiplayer title slated to enter pre-production at Funcom's Oslo studio in late 2019. In this GD 2011 talk, PopCap Games, Jason Kapalka delivers a post-mortem of Bejeweled, one of the most popular puzzle games of all time. Kapalka discusses the initial inspiration behind Bejeweled, a gameplay described as a terrible game, an awful game, called Colors Game. But it was the central mechanic Colors Game which led to a desire to improve upon the concept. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching, so developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events. And the service offers even more members-only content for GD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like GD Vault, already have full access to GD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via the GD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for GD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access via their entire office or company by contacting staff via the HGTC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact the Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Following the Activision Blizzard layoffs hitting employees today, Venture reports that King's mobile game studio Z2 Live visiting down, resulting in the loss of 78 jobs. King, the developer behind Candy Crush Saga, acquired the Seattle-based studio back in 2015 for $45 million. Z2 Live was known for developing the mobile games Metal Storm, Online and Battle Nations. The publisher did not comment on any specific layoffs during its earnings call with investors, saying instead that it expects around 8% of its staff to be laid off. The studio was likely shut down as Activision Blizzard said the company is focusing on its core franchises, despite the fact that Z2 Live generated an estimated $200 million over the last few years. If you are someone you know has been affected by this closure, you can mail Gamasutra to share your story confidentially. Additionally, an updated document of studios currently hiring can be found here. Newsbrief, Monomi Parks, Corky the Wrangler, Slime Rancher has surpassed 2 million sales in around 18 months. The studio broke the news on Twitter and thanked its community for their overwhelming love and support. The game officially launched in August 2017, but spent 2 years in the wild. As an early access title, it sold over 1 million copies in a matter of weeks after its full launch, and has now doubled that total. Helsinki-based mobile developer Next Games plans to lay off 26 developers during the first half of 2019, a decision made in an effort to both cut costs and reduce time to market for its upcoming projects. The restructure comes at the end of a cost consultation that kicked off late last month, and ultimately sees Next Games staff of 143 reduced to 170 people. The move completely eliminates some unnamed positions, though a press release from the company notes that it hopes to hire key talent for certain specific positions during the first half of the year as well. Ultimately, Next Games estimates that the move and the shift to its operational model will save it between 4 million and 8 million euros, roughly $5 million to $9 million, during the 2019 financial year. By ending the consultation proceedings with our personnel, we are moving to the implementation phase of our new operational model, said Next Games CEO Tim Hutton in a press release. The company is extremely grateful to have a very committed and highly skilled staff. We will together continue our transformation into an even more agile and resilient team and execute on our mission to create long-lasting mobile entertainment. Though not directly linked to the restructuring effort, the company announced separately that Amy Kuzuko is stepping down from her role as Chief Product Officer at Next Games to pursue new challenges outside the company. We has cancelled the open-world Star Wars game in development at Vancouver. As reported by Kotaku, the title was being built using some of the assets from Blizzard's scrapped Star Wars project, which was handed over to Vancouver after the studio's closure in 2017. According to those familiar with the matter, the work-in-progress title codenamed Orca would see players take on the role of a bounty hunter, a Han Solo-esque scoundrel, and explore various open-world planets populated with different factions. While it sounds promising on paper, Orca was still very early on in development, and after looking at its roadmap, The next few years he apparently decided to scrap the project in favor of a smaller Star Wars game that could be on shelf sooner. It's unclear what shape the no scaled-down title will take, but he is apparently keen to release it towards the end of 2020. Fortunately, those people who spoke to Kotaku said nobody had been laid off as a result of the cancellation, and some even believe that Oka might eventually see the light of day after it has finished work on its new project. Former Valve developer Chet Folishek and Riot Games veteran Drive Kimberly Wallo have joined forces to form new Seattle-based game studio Stray Bombay. Folishek spent 12 years at Valve before leaving back in 2017, and helped build the stories for every game in the Half-Life